Like I said, that was a one-time thing. I don't want... How much did you say? Well, if it's just one more time, then I guess it's okay. How about tonight? Where we met last time? In Seisuta Town? Okay then, I'll see you tonight.
Okay, was war das hier gerade? Ah, ich habe unsere Klasse gefunden. Aber gerade keine Zeit für Klasse. Was haben wir hier überhaupt für einen Raum? Okay. Hey. Dein Ernst? Eindeutig, dass die Oso spielen. Ah.
Looks like it still works. As long as it's recording, I suppose I might as well say something. How long has it been since I last used this thing? It's been at least 2 decades. Almost 3. Those were better times. I was so young back then. My future seemed so bright. I remember following my dreams. I remember a promising career. I remember being happy. If I could turn back time, what would I do differently? I know exactly what I should have done. I shouldn't have gotten involved with that case. With that girl. Pursuing her was the right thing to do. But if I hadn't involved myself with her, I'd still have a career. When did it begin? I think it was April of 1989. The peak of my career as an investigative journalist. That's when I heard about a murder at the local high school. The police had no leads. I decided to investigate it myself. I tried to be a hero. And that was the worst mistake of my life.
Okay. Alles klar. Ich glaube,
The school's faculty didn't let me conduct an investigation on school grounds. They were highly concerned with maintaining their prestigious reputation. They didn't want any police or journalists snooping around and ruining the school's image any more than the murder already had. Or maybe they just had something to hide and didn't want the authorities to find out. To this day, I still don't know how the school managed to convince the police that any crime that takes place on school grounds can only be investigated for 6 hours maximum. I heard a rumor that the school's headmaster bribes the police department to expedite their investigations as much as possible. There were a lot of unsavory rumors about the school's headmaster, but none of them proven to be true. Because I couldn't work around the school, I used to gather information by interviewing students outside of the school gate when they entered or left the school. It was at this point in time that I noticed a peculiar girl who was quite obviously stalking one of her seniors. I decided to keep my eye on her, and before long, I began to observe some disturbing behavior from her.
Okay. Falls es irgendjemand genau versteht und Lust hat, eine Übersetzung in die Kommentare zu schreiben, ich wäre euch sehr verbunden. Vielleicht auch für die, wo nicht so super gut Englisch können, weil ich werde das jetzt bestimmt nicht so schnell übersetzen.
From the school gate, I witnessed the girl do more than just stalk an upperclassman. She stalked any girl who spoke to him. Through student interviews, I kept tabs on what happened to those girls. They became the victims of bullying, were expelled, and in some cases, stopped coming to school. I frequently saw the girl running with a mop and a bucket, as though she always had some sort of mess to clean up. That girl was using manipulation, intimidation, and sometimes even violence to sabotage the boy's love life. If she wasn't above that kind of behavior, the possibility of murder didn't seem too far off. I didn't want to believe that a schoolgirl would actually commit murder just to keep a boy single, but the evidence was staring me straight in the face. That's when I learned a crucial piece of information. The girl who was murdered at the beginning of the school year had a crush on the same boy that was being stalked. The final piece of the puzzle had fallen into place. I knew that I had found the culprit. I went to the police with my findings. Took a lot of talking, but I was eventually able to convince them to take the girl into custody.
Ich glaube, der redet von uns.
The idea of a murderous schoolgirl was scandalous enough to attract lots of attention. Word of her arrest quickly spread across the entire nation. The trial turned into a media circus. I became a celebrity practically overnight. I didn't want to be a public figure, but I did want my investigative skill to be recognized. I hoped that all the attention would boost my career. As it turns out, I was dead wrong. That manipulative little schoolgirl put on the best act I've ever seen. She cried non-stop, feigned ignorance at every opportunity, and had an excuse for every accusation leveled at her. The court fell in love with her, the media fell in love with her, the entire damn nation fell in love with her. She called me a dirty pervert who enjoyed leering at schoolgirls. She called me a fame-seeking yellow journalist. She claimed that I only accused her of murder for sensational headlines. The court bought every word of it. The day the judge declared her innocent, the entire country celebrated like it was a damn holiday.
Wer ist der Typ? Also ganz ehrlich, das ist bestimmt nicht unser Senpai.
From that day forward, I was a national disgrace. I was known across the country as a lecherous journalist who stalked schoolgirls and tried to throw a girl in prison to boost his own career. I saw disgust in the eyes of every person who looked at me. My house and my car were vandalized every day for weeks. Needless to say, I was never able to work as a journalist again. The police department that arrested the girl was also the subject of national criticism. They were accused of being incompetent fools who would arrest anyone without sufficient evidence. Ever since then, the police in that town have been extremely lenient in an attempt to repair their reputation, and don't want to go anywhere near the local high school except for extremely brief periods of time. But the worst part of the entire experience didn't come from the media or the public. Immediately after the trial, I tried to escape the press by hiding in an alley behind the courthouse. Only one person found me there. It wasn't a journalist or a reporter. It was the girl that had just been declared innocent. I'll never forget her face that day. She was smiling, but her eyes were blank, empty, soulless, like a doll's eyes. She looked like she didn't have a single ounce of humanity in her entire body. With that smiling face, she said to me, "It would be very easy to make your death look like a suicide. Don't ever cross me again." She turned around and left without another word.
Wow, okay. Die Zeit lief sogar weiter, das heißt, wir haben quasi den Schulanfang, den Unterrichtsanfang haben wir verpasst. Tragisch. Info-Jump.
I know you're there. Run along now. There's nothing for you to see here.
Sorry. Okay. Interessant. Es ist schon toll, was wir uns hier alles mitnehmen können. Leute umbringen. Hardroom. Wann habe ich zu der Person gesagt, dass wir uns treffen? Um 8? Ups. Und wenn ich schreibe einen neuen Zettel. Ich guck gerade mal. Ja, wir waren im 2. Stock. Okay, ich glaube, wir haben sie verpasst. Noch welche auf dem Dach? Nein, okay. So, dann mal zurück in die Schule. Was es damit sich genau auf sich hat, schauen wir auf jeden Fall auch in der nächsten Folge.
You're not one of my students.
Ja. Dein Ernst?
I think you're in the wrong classroom.
Sorry. Zweiter Stock. Da waren wir drin. Da ist Infochan. Die Schule ist sehr groß. Das ist, nee, das ist unsere Klasse. Ah, hier ist das Dach. Okay. Ich glaube, hier werde ich jetzt mal wieder ein bisschen beschleunigen. Da ist wieder ein Messer. Hier liegt der Reiniger. Auch noch was. Und ich glaube, wir können hier jemanden umbringen. Da müssen wir allerdings... Oh, noch Tape. Oder hier. Nee, hier steht keine Mülltonne. Ich hoffe, ich habe jetzt nichts kaputt gemacht. Ich komme mich noch nicht so ganz klar damit. Oh, was habe ich getan? Ich wollte doch nur teleportieren. Oh, ich habe Schulanfang neu gemacht. Wir haben schon Friday? Was? Oh, ich hab den Tag geändert. Oh nein. Okay, dann tue ich zurück auf Montag. Das war jetzt nicht beabsichtigt. Aber jetzt können wir immer direkt aufs Dach. Und dann wissen wir auch Bescheid. Allerdings ist unsere Frisur jetzt wieder weg. Wobei ich glaube, die spielt mit der Zeit keine Rolle mehr. Jetzt habe ich hier dran vorbeigespult. Hallo? Foto? Und dann machen wir jetzt mit der ganzen Reihe ein Foto. Hannah, von der haben wir schon ein Foto. So, die nächste. Sehen die hässlich aus. Hi. Hallo? Hallo? Ich will ein Foto von dir machen. Dämliche Ziege. Oh, die Fresse geht gar nicht. Das geht schon eher. So, da haben wir alle. Da ist unser Senpai. Senpai! Okay. Hey, lass mich ein Foto. Ah, das ist unser Creepy Crook. Sorry. Midori. Ja, wir haben immer noch sehr viele. Aber wir haben unseren okay, dann versuche ich mal aufs Dach zu kommen. Hier ist unsere Klasse. Der Kassettenrekorder. Das Dach. Perfekt. Ah, da kommen alle. Hi. Wer bist du? Hi. Wer bist du? Hi. Hi. Und wer bist du? Oka-chan. Aber es ist ja nicht Osana. Wer ist Osana? Horuda. Süß. Okay, dann haben wir die beiden. Ah, da ist jemand. Hi. Nee. Ah. Ich würde echt gern wissen, wie ich von allen ein Foto kriege.
I took off my bandana to adjust it, and a gust of wind just whoosh, blew it right out of my hands. I can sense that my bandana is still somewhere on the school grounds. I can feel its energy. I feel naked without my bandana, but I can't find it anywhere. Would you please bring it to me if you find it?
Dein Bandana.
Please hurry. Without my bandana, I can feel my life force draining.
Nein, dafür kriegst du dein dämliches Bandana nicht. Das ist echt schwierig, wenn man ist ja cool. Okay, dann mache ich gerade so von jedem einfach ein Foto. Okay, von der geht es jetzt. Und von der habe ich schon eins. Ich konnte doch gerade irgendwas nehmen.
Good job.
You're not one of my students.
Ja. Wir müssen quasi warten, bis Schulzeit ist. Und dann die Leute nach und nach fotografieren. Ah, cool, das hat sogar gespeichert. Okay, warte, stopp. Hi.